up his Hall of Fame caliber.
San Antonio making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. The drive by Bryant. Now the feed to Rush. Chandler outside. From the top of the key. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Booker with it. Picked up by Kobe. Hood dishes to Covington. To the middle. And Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 4 points this quarter.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Outside for Curry. Back to Kobe. Inside. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for John Lewis. Wade kicks to Booker. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Wade drives in. It's stolen by Curry. And offensively, a great show for the... Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Magic leading by 9. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Lyles out there with Scott. Then there's Jared Cunningham. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Crabbe in at the small forward position. Shot clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. They get it again. And San Antonio shooting 47%, pretty solid. Knight wide open. And the 3 off target. Here's Lyles. He's guarded by Knight. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
And stolen by Scott. Here's Crabbe. Guarded by Tucker. Lyles passes to Crabbe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Scott. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Scott's got the lead up to 12 now for Orlando.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012. Maybe that'll ignite them. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team. And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Cunningham dishes to Scott. Chandler with the steal. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Knight passes to Porzingis. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Bayless the pass to Lyles. Jacks up a three. No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Outside Knight. Dishes to Chandler. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Has been an unreal turnaround, and I give a lot of credit to the defense right along with what they did on offense, because the defense actually gave them the spark they needed.
Lyles goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And the Magic lead by 6.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
And it's Wade penetrating out to the wing. Here's Booker. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
And the three off target.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Kobe's checked in for San Antonio.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Orlando Magic come into this one following a loss to the Suns. Wade outside. Here's Towns. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Knight. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Knight. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Kicks to Hood. There's the pick. Shot off the screen. And good, he nails it. And it's a 9-point Magic lead.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly. Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Feeds it to Covington. Now here's Booker, defended by Bryant. And Booker kicks to Covington. Wade has the open look. That three off the mark.
I think it's safe to say this baby's open.
Yeah, that's fairly obvious. I'd say that's a really good assumption on your part.
First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6.
Kobe Bryant.
He's perfect from the line this time. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Bynum. Porzingis comes in for Wallace. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Knight subbed in for Curry. And he is unable to get the second one.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Shooting for San Antonio, Kobe Bryant.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 5. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Kobe Bryant. That's his second personal foul.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Shooting for San Antonio, Devin Booker.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. 12 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this time out here.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Six seconds left in the game. Nails the tray.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the triple.
And an intentional foul right there.
15 foul. Shooting for San Antonio.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And now,
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, they can game plan all they want, but unless they can put more time on the clock, I think this bad boy's over.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they hope to get accomplished with this time out here.
Here's Bryant. Yep, it's good.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time. But first, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.